So what we need to think about now is what is actually happening to these atoms when they react, these metal atoms when they react. So here we have a sodium reacting with oxygen to form sodium oxide. A sodium atom has one electron in its outer shell. It's in group 1. I'm not going to draw all the shells, I'm just going to draw the outer shell. Okay, this is something you know from year 9 chemistry, the very first GCSE topic. When it reacts, it loses that electron to form a positive ion. And in this case, because it's lost one electron, it becomes a 1+ ion. And if you remember from structure and bonding, our second GCSE topic, which we did right at the beginning of year 10, that electron is given to the oxygen atoms to form an ionic bond. Okay, so when this metal reacts, it loses an electron. Let's look here, a different reaction. We've got zinc plus hydrochloric acid gives us zinc chloride plus hydrogen. Again, when the zinc atom reacts, I'm going to just draw this again just with the outer shell electrons. Zinc atoms have 2 electrons in their outer shell, and when they react, they lose those electrons They lose both those electrons to form a 2+ ion. Remember, when atoms react, they prefer to have a full outer shell. So if you imagine in here, there are several more shells inside, all full up, but I'm just showing the outer shell, which has lost its electrons. Now, the reactivity series is related to this fact because the easier it is for an atom to lose its electrons, the more reactive it's going to be. The easier it is for an atom to lose its electrons, the more reactive it's going to be. So sodium only has to lose 1 electron, so it's very, very reactive. Zinc has to lose 2 electrons, so it's still quite reactive, but slightly less reactive. And if you remember back again to, I think it was year 9, you would have done this, you looked at patterns of reactivity in group 1 and group 7. So in the group 1, so sodium, potassium, and lithium, and then you looked at the halides, so bromine, iodine, chlorine, etc. And you know that as the shells get bigger and bigger, the attraction between that outer shell electron and the central nucleus of the atom becomes weaker. And so for the metals, for the group 1 metals, the greater the number of shells, the weaker the attraction between that outer shell electron, and the easier it is for that atom to lose that electron and become an ion, and therefore become more reactive.